Let me tell you something. You do not need $10,000 to start your nursing business today, but you do need to know the basic costs of getting started. So, in this video, we are going to talk about the fees that are associated with becoming legally licensed, insured, and simple advertising. Okay, so let's get started. So, my name is Chris. I am a registered nurse and the CEO of At Home Concierge Nurse, PLLC, which is a post op cosmetic care service here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I am also the founder of Nurse CEO Blueprint, where I help nurses like you turn their licenses into profitable businesses. Okay. Now, I know money is a big roadblock for some of us, right? Especially when we are first starting, we may be wondering if we have enough. But with the right knowledge and planning, we can launch successful businesses, grow, and in time invest more into the business. Okay. So, right about now, I'm about ready to plug my business before we get started. If you don't want to hear it, go ahead and skip ahead using the timestamps function. All right. So, in the link in the description, I have two freebies. One is 50 business ideas for nurses. So, if you're like, I want to leave bedside, I want to do something different, but I just have no idea what to do, hey, I put together 50 business ideas for you. Okay. And the other freebie is the Nurse CEO checklist. And it's literally just that: business name, check; EIN, check; insurance, check. Just so you can get a guide of like where you are in the process. Okay. So be sure to get those freebies. I have also created two guides. One of them is Beyond the Bedside, and this will show you the systems that you need to start your business legally. This is literally just getting it legal and off the ground. If you are in the state of North Carolina, there is a guide specifically for you because I am in the state of North Carolina. Okay. So when you purchase the guide, there will be two links. One for a generic one for everybody, and then a specific one for North Carolina for those specific steps. The other guide is the Nurse CEO Tools, which has over 45 links in that document. And that discusses all of the everyday tools that I use for my business, like Canva, the bank account, my electronic document maker, my virtual mailbox, and stuff like that. It's like you don't know what you need until you get started. And once again, I've been doing this, so I know what you need. Okay, so you have all of that stuff there. And last but not least, it's the Ultimate Nurse CEO Template Pack, which consists of email templates, social media templates, invoice templates, service and transportation agreements, and and then I just continue adding to it every time. I'm like, oh, like my latest ad was a flash sale. I'm like, oh, I did this blurb for a flash sale. Maybe somebody can use that. So I put that template in there for you as well. Okay. I call that one my living document because I'm always adding things to it. All right. So for everybody who listened to my little plug, thank you. All right. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay. So let's start with our must-haves, our non-negotiables, our we don't want to go to jail or prison because we are operating illegally, right? Okay, so depending on the state, you will either register to have an LLC, and an LLC is a limited liability corporation, or like here in the state of North Carolina, we have to have a PLLC, which means professional LLC registration. And once again, I take you through those steps in the beyond the bedside, North Carolina. Okay. Here in North Carolina, that will cost us $125 as of the making of this video. All the other states, it can range anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on your state. Okay. Next, we have the EIN. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. This is basically your business social security number. Okay. You need it to get a bank account. You need it to hire employees. You need it to get your business license. Uh, uh, the EIN, obtaining an EIN, it is a free service from the IRS. You shouldn't have you do not need to pay anybody for this. There are people out there who will be like $300 for an EIN, baby. $300 for literally 5 minutes worth of work. That's what they're charging for. Okay, so this is a free service from the IRS. You can go straight to their website and have your EIN within 10 minutes. You do not need to pay anyone to do this for you. Okay. Also, the IRS has working hours, if you will. And if I remember correctly, it's like Monday through Friday between like 9 and 7. You'd have to check. Also, you won't get an immediate email, or will you? I don't remember. I don't remember. But just be sure that you download the document right then and there. I don't think they will email you, but I do know that within a few weeks that they will send you a copy in the mail. So when your EIN paperwork from the IRS populates, download that sucker and keep it. Okay. Um, you will also need, some of you may also need to get a business license or a permit. I don't believe I had to do that here in North Carolina. I just think the PLLC covered all of that as the business license, right? So I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. But for everybody else, or if in some case I may need to get one, they normally range between $25 and $150, and that will be something you will contact your Secretary of State office about for the exact amount of fees for those. And of course, we're going to talk about a business bank account. I have my bank account for free. I don't use my personal bank accounts. I bank with Novo and OVO. It doesn't require any fees, doesn't require any initial deposits, nothing like that. Okay, so if you decide you want to go with Novo, I do have a link to the Novo Bank in the link in my description box, and we both get $40. All right. So be sure to separate your business account from your personal account. It don't cost you nothing. Like it really doesn't. It's this Novo is literally a free account, but you have to have your EIN for it. And I believe I had to submit my articles of incorporation. So you may have to wait until the state gets back to you, your paperwork, before you can open it up. I think I had to do that as well. Okay. So don't forget that everything that I'm saying is generic to all 50 states. So be sure to check your state board of nursing and the office of the secretary for your state for all of the rules and regulations before filling out paperwork. But my North Carolina people, I got you. I got you, boo. All right. So let's move on to protection. Not that kind. Get your mind out the gutter. But seriously, you do want to protect yourself and you want to protect your business. Okay. So first and foremost, we are going to want to have professional liability insurance. That could range anywhere from $150 to $300 a year. I was able to get mine from CMF Insurance, and I pay $133 for the year, which covers my business as well as if I were working in a hospital, working in a long term health facility. Okay, it's my malpractice and my business insurance. General liability, if you're going to be visiting clients, which we are, can range anywhere from $200 to $400 a year. Once again, do some research in this area because my insurance covers this as well. Okay, my car insurance. Let me tell you this story. I do transport clients in my car, so I knew I had to get car insurance. So I called CMF, who I have my malpractice insurance with, and they told me that they do not offer that. Okay, and they told me to call my car insurance. And I have Progressive. Once again, I'm in the state of North Carolina. So I called them. Actually, what I did was I called the business side of it, the fleet side. And I was telling her, like, yeah, this is what I did, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no, 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 no. Like, why don't you go back over to your commercial side, your regular car insurance, and tell them I think they'll be able to help you better. And sure enough, they were. Okay. So my car is covered for clients that I will be transporting in my car because I don't do it every day and it's sporadic, right? I don't know when I'm going to have another client. I don't know when they're going to need me to transport them, right? So it's like it's enough to cover them or to cover that, okay? Um and something else I want to say. What was I going to say? Yeah, I forgot. So, but just oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. So because I actually okay, so I ended up calling and speaking with the car insurance lady, and she was asking me all these questions. I have two cars, and blah, blah, how much do I drive? Da, 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 da. How about y'all? Look at this. Even though I added on this additional insurance, I was able to save. It brought everything down $40 because now she was asking very specific questions and I was telling her. So just something to think about. Just be like, call your car insurance and just be like, hey, can we go over this policy again and see if I can get it lowered, right? So I hung up very happy that day. Okay. So having insurance and having adequate insurance at that is essential. And you definitely do not want to start seeing clients or anything like that without this essential step. So make sure you do not skip it. Now, basic equipment and supplies will depend on the services that you offer. And, as nurses, we have the basic things, right? We have pulse oxes, we have thermometers, which I recommend the one you put to the head, the gun one, the temporal one. I have my blood pressure cuff. We have medical bags, right? We have scrubs, and we can start ordering gloves off of Amazon. Okay. But once again, depending on your niche, will depend on what basic supplies you need. I have band-aids, I have gauze. I do vital sign clinics for seniors every month. So I also I have glucometer. I have the the glucose sticks, those types of things, right? And I can just get those off Amazon for nothing. Okay, so you always want to start simple because you can always upgrade as you grow. Branding and marketing. Listen, when we are first starting, we do not need to hire a designer at the start. And I discuss these tools further in the Nurse CEO tool guides. But Canva, you want to have Canva Pro because it takes off the branding or watermark that Canva has on a lot of the pictures you want to use, right? Canva Pro is about $15 a month or maybe like $140 a year, right? You can have a website with Canva. You can present with Canva. You can do pitch decks with Canva. You can schedule to social media on Canva. You can do bulk uploads to Canva. Canva has AI generators now. You can do, I mean, my gosh, you can do everything in Canva. Okay. You will also need a domain name. A domain name is a .com, like google.com, whitehouse.org, um, stuff like that, whatever. Now we have .me and .shop and, all these other things. But a domain name is a dot something, and that could be anywhere from $10 to $20 a year. Business email can be anywhere from $6 to $12 a month. So when you get a .com, right, you will normally get a domain-based email that goes with it. And that is important if you want to have an email list, right? Then you will have to get a domain-based email because the servers like ConvertKit or MailChimp or Flowdesk, they won't send out campaigns if it's like, Christine at gmail.com. Like they won't send out campaigns like that. Okay. So for me, I have my at home concierge nurse email And then I also have an email that's at Gmail with the same email. So, and I kind of just forward things to the at Gmail account just in case for some reason um, I lose access to the domain one. I will still have those emails and those contacts. Okay, just something. So do a backup with a Gmail account. So you can forward emails to there as well. You can forward emails to your backup account while still keeping them in your main account. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, just something to think about. Website, you don't really need one because you can do social media. But if you do decide to get one, they can be anywhere from $0 to $100. My Squarespace email website, I mine is $25 a month, right? So I found out maybe 3 weeks ago about this other website. It's called Card, CARRD. That's all I'm going to say. Go look it up and you can thank me later. All right. And business cards, you can design those on Canva and you can have those printed locally at uh, your local print shop. We have Staples, we have FedEx around here, that type of stuff. Business cards can, depending on how many you get, can run you from $20 to $50. Okay, so you can start gaining traction on social media and by word of mouth before you start investing in any ads, which I mean, really, you may not even need to, depending on your niche. Okay. So instead of creating everything from scratch, you want to use templates for intake forms, progress notes, follow ups, that type of stuff. So, but again, you may want to invest in my toolkit. Okay. Actually, you'd want to invest in my template kit. All right. Because I've done everything for you. And that will save you so much time, give you ideas on how to create your own, and you can avoid mistakes. These tools can help you look professional and stay legally covered from day one. Okay, so let's do a budget recap. Our estimated startup range is anywhere from $400 to $1,500, depending on your setup, your niche, your state, and your business model. Okay, we start small, we build smart, and then we can grow into premium systems once we start bringing in the income. So you ask, what is the easiest way for you to begin your nursing practice? So let me tell you, you're going to click on the link in the description and it will take you to all of my offers, all of my freebies, my guides, and eventually will be making courses. I have done it all. And now I am showing you step by step. Okay. So please do all the YouTube things, subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment telling me what's your biggest concern or fear about the startup process. It is time that we turn our nursing license into a business license without breaking the bank. It is doable. I am proof. Babies. And this is how you become a nurse CEO.